Hey everybody, it's me, Sean. Welcome back to our final episode of our Interstellar Transport Company series. That's right, this will be the last episode of this series, but we've had a great time and I have no regrets. But one thing that really strikes me, this is our ship that is heading out towards a Key Vault 3, right? But do you notice something? Take a look at the distance over there. 6.9, 6.8. What is wrong with this? It's going origin Earth, destination Key Vault 3. But if we look, it seems to actually be moving back closer to the Earth. And something is not wrong. It should be moving out beyond the, right? Because I mean, like it started over here and it went this way, but now for some reason it's going back this way. So that worries me. Key Vault 3 apparently is having famines and stuff, so we are running into just massive famines everywhere that, you know what I mean? There's nothing I can do about any of it. So that is also a bit frustrating. We are making pretty good money though, so, you know, at least there's that. This thing is loaded up with machines, but, you know, I was really hoping that we would make it to Key Vault 3 by the end of the series, and or you know what I mean, like that would be a good way to wrap up the series, but it does not seem to be working. You can see here that Sol Transportation, boom, they've lost all of their value basically. Asian Space Lines is also dropped off from their height. They've lost about a quarter of their value. Now we've managed to hold on to our value pretty steadily throughout all the problems that we've been running into. But you know, something's a little hinky here. You can see the red ships have got a lot of transportation or mechanic issues, which is what I would expect from the AI. They're pretty terrible about setting up mechanics to come fix their ships and stuff. If we zoom in here to our system near Ganymede and so forth, things are a little weird because of the, actually things are just a little weird, period. It's funny, we weren't running into these problems before I loaded the save. Or, you know what I mean? In the last episode, we weren't really running into these problems. I was fortunate enough that the developer came by and he had lots of comments and nice things to say. Always happy to hear what the developer has to say. He was very gracious to me. Talked about how he will be doing a multiplayer series here before too long, that he would like me to be involved in to celebrate, I don't know, features or something, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy to be a part of any series that he wants me to be a part of. So I'm happy to help him out with that. Now, why are we having all these famines when we really don't have much food, and we actually have food on hand, and there's not much demand for food or water? So why all the famines? I don't get it. Don't get it. But what I do get is that we're making a ton of money, and things are going pretty well, and none of our competition can compete with us. Now, look at all those ships hovering around. And who do they belong to? They seem to belong to all the red and blue teams. The red and blue teams who have a ton of gates. What are all their ships sitting here for? Well, that's weird. And now they all just disappeared? Maybe I wasn't supposed to be able to see them. But none of them are my ships, so I don't get why all these ships are circling around the Earth. Seems like something is wrong there, too. Curiouser and curiouser, as they say. Lots of passengers waiting to get off. Oh my gosh, mostly going to Key Vault 3. Well, not mostly, but a lot of them are going to Key Vault 3. Mostly going to Titan, apparently. Still plenty of water. Not as, well, still plenty of food, but not as much as we might hope, you know what I mean? Oh wait, never mind, there's 1.14 2 million units of food waiting, so do not need to worry about running into any food shortages. Somehow I still only have $450,000, even though I haven't spent any money in quite some time. So I wonder if all those ships are circling around because one of the companies has run out of money, and that is that's what happens when the AI companies run out of money. It doesn't seem like many ships are leaving Earth. Got a bunch of blue ships coming into Earth. Nope, there's some blue ships, dark blue ships leaving Earth. So I'm not... Why do we have dark blue ships? I thought they were red, green. Maybe I didn't set up the colors properly. But it looks like all the red ships are circling the Earth. And some of the dark blue ships are leaving the Earth, but not so many of them. As you can see, Asian Space Lines losing plenty of money. And cash on hand. Well, they do have... Nope. They have a negative cash on hand. Which, if they have that negative cash on hand last for too long, that could cause them some serious problems as well, like bankruptcy. Things are not going so great here on Mercury. I wonder why that is. I could divert some ships elsewhere. Too much water on Mars, which is interesting. If we look at Earth, do we have any passengers going to Mars? Not really. Alright, so if I look at some of our ships here, let's look at some of these ships going to Mercury and going to Mars. Whoa, that's weird. How about show none? There we go. Mercury and Mars. Great. Alright, so I'll switch you. You're going from Earth to Mars. Mars to Earth. Switch you, no, not to that, silly. To like that one. Sure, why not? I'm not even going to bother changing your name. Mars to Earth. There we go. Earth to Mercury. Mercury to Earth. We'll switch you to 5C. And a food one. Food 3-1. Earth to Mercury. Mercury to Earth. Switch you as well. Great. Probably passengers also. Mercury to Earth. And passengers 3-4. Earth to Mars. Earth to Mars. Oh, did it already go back up to the top? Mars to Earth. There we go. 5B. Save. And that'll help a little bit, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. Who knows? We're wrapping it up, right? No need to get too concerned about whether something is working or not. But what is working is us bankrupting the red team and potentially bankrupting the blue team, which probably won't take too long. They are losing a lot of money. And I don't know if the balance came about because of like maybe an update or something caused the imbalance to come about, or if it was the result of overpopulating the planets as time went on, and not having the proper balance of ships carrying passengers, food, and water into the different places. Looks like Asian Space Lines is basically gone bankrupt at this point. They have no cash on hand, and if they continue to not have any cash on hand, it's not that they won't eventually, or you know what I mean, not that they couldn't eventually. The game won't destroy them like it would a human player, but it's just a downward spiral, as you can see with the red team here, because now their ships are not going to, if I have it correct, they're going to land on Earth and they're going to get caught in that vortex there, and they're never going to leave. Because that's just what happens rather than bankrupting the AI player. And it just doesn't let their ships leave. So now it's entirely up to me to handle everything. Speaking of that, how is our weirdo ship doing? There we go. In transit. Oh, so it made it to Cobalt 3? Really? Where are you at? Oh, it's in route. Wow, exciting. So I wasn't paying any attention and it made it and I didn't even notice. Well, that's cool. Cobalt 3 is probably very happy to see us, I hope. Maybe, maybe not. Lots of demand for machinery, but we got 25 of them delivered, so, you know, could be worse. I guess we could do a do another one of those. Set up a duplicate. Why not? How much did that cost us? Oh, a couple $100,000 or something, I think. Because we don't really have that much money, so we shouldn't set up too many duplicates because we can't afford it. We're not bankrupt yet, but we're not really seeming to make much of a profit either. And I think that is because our reputation has tanked on all of these planets. Well, 84% on Ganymede, that's good. Callisto, yep, 16% on Callisto. 96% on Europa, they still like us. Mars, oh, they're still pretty happy with us too. All right. Well, then why aren't we making any money? I guess just no demand for the stuff that we're delivering. I should probably take some more ships off the Mars route. We go in here, we go to routes. There we are. So, food, water, passengers. Take this one, put it on, how about 3 to 5D? Water, 3 to 5D. Water. We'll put you on 3 to 5B, sure, why not? Get off of Mercury first, though. There you go. Thank you. And you, how about 3 to 5C? Save. All right, and then we will look at the Mars routes. Now, plenty more ships going to Mars, but Mars doesn't really seem to need much anything anymore either. Can't quite move these windows to where we can actually select Mars. It seems to have pretty good control on all of its needs. So if we passenger, water, food, I guess it doesn't really matter where we, you know what I mean, the order that we pull them off of. We just want to make sure that we have at least one of each left on there. Earth to Mars, Earth to Mars, so that's passenger, water, food, water, food, water. Nope, nope, not that route, silly. There you go. And machinery, I want to keep that one on there. You're on Mars, you're going to head back towards Earth. Now, what's probably going to happen is now that I've pulled all these ships off, the people and demand and all that stuff will jump up dramatically, especially since the AI is not really doing much anything anymore. But I pulled all my ships. Oh, I probably should have put some of them on, maybe on the Triton route or something. Not that Triton is making us any profits. They're pretty upset with us. But we're the only game in town now, buddies. So you better start being happy with us. Oh, look at that. They've got 500,000 refugees. As many people as there are population. No, far more people than there are population now that a natural disaster just killed everybody. Guess we get no credit for delivering machinery and stuff. So most of our stuff is going back and forth to Saturn, Jupiter. But as you can see, it's all ship haul carry co all the time. The AIs have gone bankrupt, or effectively gone bankrupt. All that's left is their ships, their hulls of ships sitting out there floating in space, worthless. Yeah. So I'm going to call that good, you guys. It's going to be a bit of a short episode, but you know, things really fell apart in this episode. They must have been falling apart in the last one and we just didn't notice. I don't know, but they pretty quickly, all these famines and all that stuff really kind of blew out of proportion. But you know, we're pretty far along in this game. I feel like this game is kind of really only balanced out to play through about 10 years. I know the developers are still working on getting just getting all that stuff. I mean, the game's only been out a couple of months. It's not like it's been out for 2 years or anything. So still plenty of work to be done on it. They are working on a lot of different things. Thank you so much for watching this series. I really appreciate it. This is a very fun game. I still enjoy it despite some of these problems. I mean, it's a good game to play for a couple hours, and then you get like a way far ahead of the AI, and you don't really need to worry about it anymore, right? So yeah, click that like button one last time. Thank you so much for watching, and check out some of the other stuff that I do. You know where to find it. I'll see you next time. Bye.